On 29th August 2012, the godown of trader got fire and large part of goods got destroyed. However, goods costing 1,08,000 could be salvaged, that is, they could be saved. Firefighting expenses amounted to 4,700. Following additional information are available. Cost of stock on 1st April 2011, 7,10,500. When the fire had taken place, 29th August 2012. This is the position related to previous year, 1st April 2011. Then we have cost of stock on 31st March 2012, 7,90,500 or 100. Then we have purchases that were made during the year ended 31/3/2012, that is previous year, 56,79,600. Then purchases from 1st April 2012 to the date of fire, values available. Then there are some goods that were distributed as free sample from the beginning of the financial year, 1st April 2012 to date of fire, 41,000. Then some goods were withdrawn by the trader for personal use from beginning of the year to date of fire, 2000. Then sales during the previous year ended is 80 lakh. Sales from beginning of the current year to the date of fire is 45 lakh 36,000. Insurance company admitted firefighting expenses. The trader had taken fire insurance policy for 9 lakh. We have to calculate the amount of claim that should be admitted by insurance company. Now, how to approach these problems? Okay. Now, before getting into this problem, let me give you a preamble. Give you a preamble. See, in case of fire, what will happen? The companies will be taking up insurance. I mean, to protect themselves or safeguard themselves from fire, they'll be taking up insurance. Now, insurance can be for two purposes. One can be for stock, the other one can be for loss of profit, which you will be discussing in depth, say in subsequent sessions. But when insurance is taken for stock, let's say insurance is taken for stock, what we have to do is we have to find out what is the stock on the date of fire. We have to find out what is the stock on date of fire. So how do we find? Because they were lost in fire, right? They were lost in fire, but how do we find? For that, what we have to do is we have to prepare trading account from the beginning of year to date of fire. From the beginning of year to date of fire. So we have to record all transactions that had happened during this period. Then we have to apply gross profit from the past data adjusted for trend. Okay, that is, we have to derive gross profit by applying a percentage on sales, based on the past data adjusted for trend. Then you will get a balancing figure, and that will be the stock, closing stock on the date of fire. Okay, to understand that, this problem will help you a lot. So we basically have to find out what is a claim that is admitted by insurance company. So you should basically find out what is the stock on the date of fire. Okay, and for that you have to prepare trading account. You have to prepare trading account from the beginning of the year, which is 1/4/2012 to date of fire, that is 29 August 2012. So this trading account will automatically give you what is stock by applying gross profit, which is calculated from trading account for the period 1/4/2011 to 31/3/2012. That is, first of all, we have to prepare trading account for this period. This trading account will give us the gross profit, and from that gross profit we'll be able to derive the percentage of gross profit. That percentage can be applied in this period, and that will in turn help us to find out what is stock. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll first prepare trading account for the year ended 31/3/2012, that is previous year. Okay, and it's going to be very simple. Our columns are here, debit and credit. So let us capture all information related to previous year. We have cost of stock 1st April 2011 7,10,500. We'll write to opening stock 7,10,500. Then there are purchases during the year ended 31/3/2012 56,79,600. We'll capture two purchases 56,79,600. Then let's try to find out all information related to previous year. Okay, sales for the year ended 31/3/2012 80 lakh. We'll capture by sales, it is 80 lakh. What about the closing stock? Do we have closing stock for the previous year? Let's trace that. Do we have closing stock for the previous year? We have cost of stock on 31st March 2012 7,90,100. So we'll say by closing stock 7,90,100. So now let us do the totaling on the credit side. It is 87,90,100. That is total of these two items. So bring the total to debit side 87,90,100. From this total, subtract these two items 7,10,500, 56,79,600. So it will throw a difference, and that is 24 lakhs. This 24 lakhs is nothing but gross profit. So we know what is gross profit for the previous year. So once you know gross profit, you can find out gross profit percentage. So how will you find gross profit percentage? Gross profit percentage is nothing but gross profit divided by net sales into 100. So here the gross profit is 24 lakh. What is the net sales? It is 80 lakhs multiplied by 100, and this gives you gross profit as 30%. So that's what you have here. Gross profit is equal to 30%. Now you have to use this information for finding gross profit in the next period. Okay, so let us go and prepare trading account for the period 1/4/2012 to 29th August 2012, debit credit. Now we know what is the closing stock in the previous year. So this will be the opening stock for next period. So we'll say to opening stock 7,90,100. Next, go back to the question. Let us capture information relating to our relevant period now. Let me remove all this. Let us capture the information which are relevant for our existing period. Now, there are some purchases. There are some purchases happening. Purchases from 1/4/2012 to date of fire 33,10,700. Let's capture two purchases. I'm going to capture it in inner column because there are some adjustments. 33,10,700. Then cost of goods distributed as free samples from 1/4/2012 to date of fire 41,000. Now this item will reduce purchases because it is basically advertisement expenses. So what we'll do, we'll debit advertisement and we'll credit purchases. Okay, so what we can do is we can subtract it from purchase. So in purchases we'll say less free samples within bracket advertisement and it is 41,000. Similarly, there is one more item, cost of goods withdrawn by trader for personal use from 1/4/2012 to date of fire 2000. So this should also be reduced from purchases. Let us subtract. Okay, so let's say less drawings 2000. Okay, so 41,000 plus 2000 43,000. Let us subtract this from total purchase of 33,10,700. So we get net position as 32,67,700. Right. What about the sales during the period? Yes, we have sales from 1/4/12 to date of fire 45,36,000. So let us capture by sales 45,36,000. Now we know what is gross profit. Gross profit we have already calculated. It is 30%. Okay. Now let us apply that 30% on sales. So we'll say gross profit is equal to sales of 45,36,000 multiplied by 30%, multiplied by 30%, and it works out to 13,60,800. Okay, so let us give that here to gross profit. And how it was derived? It was derived like this, and it is 13,60,800. Okay, so now let us total debit side because it carries higher value or higher value items. If you total, you get 54,18,600. Let's take it to credit side, 54,18,600. So that is the difference. Okay, and what is that difference? 54,18,600 minus 45,36,000 will throw a difference of 8,82,600, and that is nothing but stock on date of fire, which is 8,82,600. Okay, now whether this entire 8,82,600 was lost, answer is no, because question somewhere says goods costing 1,08,000 could be salvaged. So from this 8,82,600, around 1 lakh, what is that? 1,08,000 was salvaged. So let us capture that in a working note. Statement showing claim admitted and submitted. The value of stock on the date of accident is 8,82,600, but something was salvaged. Less stock salvaged, 1,08,000. Then there is one additional information in the question, that is firefighting expenses amounted to 4,700 and insurance company admitted firefighting expenses. So when you make claim to insurance company, you can also claim this 4,700. So let's add that. Add firefighting expenses 4,700. So 8,82,600 minus 1,08,000 plus 4,700 gives you 7,79,300. This is the claim that was made to insurance company. So this is the claim submitted. And what is the value of insurance? It is 9 lakh. The insurance is 9 lakh. Okay, the trader had taken fire insurance policy for 9 lakh. So what is the claim you are making now? It is only 7,79,300. And what is the value of stock? That is more important. Value of stock you have maintained is 8,82,600. So this stock is less than insurance amount. So average clause will not apply. That's more important. If stock had been greater than insurance, then average clause will come into picture. So understand, there is a clause called average clause that will come into picture when the stock maintained is greater than insured value. Here the insured value is 9 lakh, stock maintained on the date of fire is 8,82,600. So the average clause will not come into picture. You will understand more about average clause in the subsequent sessions. Okay, so average clause is not applicable. Whatever the claim that is submitted, it will be admitted by insurance company, that is 7,79,300.